And one statement of hers, which I remember every single day of my life, which got me into thinking, if you are happy with your current situation, you will never change your current situation. You should be angry with your current situation. Suppose if I'm making 50 lakhs right now, if I'm happy with 50 lakhs, I will never go to 10 crores. The first thing what I did is I want to go to 10 crores and I'm making a roadmap of my 10 crores. I told every friend of mine and everyone, I'm on a break for 3 months. I'm on a break for 3 months. I'm not taking a lot of work. I'm just jotting that journey from this 10 50. So that one statement. So I always look forward to Vijaya ma'am's. She's a great inspiration for me. You all will get to know why I'm saying all this. I'm building those expectations so that and she's too good, and you'll understand why I'm just saying all that. And yeah, her liberation coaches is doing fantastic work. Amol Mule is fantastic in his work as well. I've worked very closely with them for a lot of projects I know very well. And that's the reason I requested Vijaya ma'am to take the first session. Initially, I thought only doing one session, but looking at your challenges, what trainers had shared with me, I thought we can have a series of sessions to solve all the challenges. All the challenges of yours would not be solved in one session itself, but we will ensure that, over a period of time, all the challenges will be solved. And I'm there personally for those people who don't know me, can connect me on personal one, and I'll try to do whatever best possible. If any trainer is not earning 1 lakh rupee, my office is at Dadar. People from Mumbai have to, don't worry, come office from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm always there, and I'll ensure that you earn 1 lakh rupees at least. That's ये मेरा वादा नहीं है, मेरा यकीन है. I'm inviting everyone that it's possible. Just believe in yourself, and I'm there with you. And thank you so much, ma'am, for everything what you do for us. And over to you. And next, uh, 1 hour 30 minutes, all yours.
Sir, 1 lakh is 1 year or 1 month?
Hello.
I think he means 1 year.
No, he didn't mean 1 year. He meant 1 month or maybe per session. Okay.
I hope so.
It was 1 week.
He was saying 1 month.
Achha,
I
1
was
week,
per
1 week or 1 day?
session.
1
Per
week or
session.
1 day?
Per
Per
session.
session. That is better.
Per session is good.
Okay, so here I am. I'm just trying to connect my other laptop, which just got disconnected because of network issues. Just a minute. I'm just connecting 9833122996. Join meeting in progress. Open Zoom meetings and hold on. Okay, so I'm going to admit myself. Admit all. Yeah, here I am. Okay, great. I'm just unmuting me. Hold on, just a moment. Okay, I'm going to try and share screen. It says I'm not able to. Shankar sir, can you just enable screen sharing for the other Vijaya Suvarna also, the laptop version of me?
Let me check.
I'll
Hold
just
on.
check. Yeah, there's one which doesn't have the video. It might have many.
It's a stop video here. I can't do that probably. You are the host, ma'am. You need to check.
You're also the host. Okay, I made about 5 hosts. Just give me a minute. Let me just
Yeah,
see if
sure.
I am.
होस्ट बना दिया मैम, आपको होस्ट बना दिया.
Yes.
Okay, here. This is the other Vijaya Suvarna. I think I'm going to make this person. How do you make this person the host? Hold on. Participants, host me more. Okay, I can see myself, but I can't make myself the host in that. What is that?
Ma'am, if I may,
No.
uh,
Yes,
ma'am,
can you just help me?
yeah, just
Yes.
please share something from your current laptop, current system, the original one.
Okay.
Share something,
Yeah.
and then once you share that screen, on the, just next to share screen, you will get an option to say allow multiple participants to share, and then you will be able to share from the other one.
It says host is disabled scared. Okay, you're saying from my phone, if I can just
Yeah.
enable, hold on, just a sec. Okay, while I struggle with this, why don't I ask,
It's already done, huh? By the way, ma'am, it's already on multiple participants.
it is on multiple participants. Okay, can I share
have-
screen? Yeah, it is. Oh, thank God. Okay, here we are. Thank you so much. Very good evening. I was so psyched for a moment. Okay, here I am, Vijaya Suvarna. Here I am saying hi to all of you. Good evening, people. Okay, people who know me like this, full of energy and full of conversations, full of vivacity. And मैं इतनी खुश हूँ कि मेरी साड़ी का नाड़ा टूट गया. Do you know that petticoat का? It is crazy, right? Yeah, I know how deliciously erotic that could be. But seriously, I mean, I was so excited. I'm like, so if you're going to make me get up and point out to my office and things like that, I can't do it right now. So that's about me. That's Vijaya Suvarna, the facilitator for today. And I'm seeing so many of you looking at me with a lot of curious, skeptical, I think, suspicious, and eyes. And I'm happy to be here. So there's so many people still joining in. Can you guys hear me very clearly? Shankar sir, say yay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody loves it. Ah,
Yes,
see, some
yes,
people are telling me,
yes.
oh wow. Everybody's imagining my tuta one nada. I'm telling you, that's a good way to begin. Everybody, and they're all having poker faces, but they're imagining. I to know that. And by the way, आप सभी से मैं almost 10-15 साल बड़ी हूँ, ठीक है? So you cannot lecture after a mom, so it's okay. That's me. So here I am. I'm super excited about today. I'm going to be introducing, and we'll be here together for the next 90 minutes, talking about this awesome topic called unstuck. I love it, Asif bhai. Thank you so much. It's a great topic to have. I love the word unstuck because all the time that I have been, wherever I've been in the past, whenever I've tried to break through something, that's exactly the feeling I've had, that I've been stuck in something, then I've unstuck myself. So it's a good topic, and I'm so happy you're converting that into a series. I'm going to, Asif ji told me, Asif bhai told you some things about him. I don't think he spoke about everything. I'm going to tell you some more things about him that he himself may not realize, which I have observed. Can you see the screen? Does it say unstuck? Does the topic say unstuck over there? You can see.
Yes.
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 All right. So here I'm going to be putting it screen share. Okay. All right. Look at that. Okay. It's all for all of you guys. And that's unstuck. I'm sure Microsoft loves me. When I start making PPT, it gives me the most amazing background templates. Isn't that beautiful? Whatever's there. These are those Chinese lanterns floating in the air. So unstuck from wherever they were. So I thought it was very, very apt. It was a very apt photograph. And that's what I thought today represented. So unstuck, it's so pretty. Oh my God. And okay, I have colleagues of mine who work on PPTs all the time, and they never get such amazing, backgrounds and templates from Microsoft. I really think Microsoft loves me. So let me tell you about Asif Bhai a bit and Learners Conclave. He's still saved as ITC in my phone. I will eventually change it sometime, but in my mind, it's still, ITC, the place where it all began. He started in December 2015. Absolutely right. You already know so much about Learners Conclave. Let me tell you this today. I think 11,000 plus trainers are part of this community, and it's a community. Let me tell you. Right. So and he personally supports, Asif Ibrahim personally supports thousands of trainers and helps them to build their brand on a daily basis. I know how he works, and he constantly and continuously he connects with corporate heads and L&D heads and HR heads, and he's always right there Whenever you call him, I have never seen him not reply back to someone or not help somebody out when they're having trouble, when they're having difficulties in scaling up, or when they want to build a brand. He's exceptionally committed, and I would seriously say he lives his passion every day. Did you know he's a recipient of the Entrepreneur Excel Award, I think last year, and he truly deserves it. He spoke about the fact that he met me. I'm telling you, when I impaneled, or when I met him, and when I became a part of this community, it was, I think, Jan or Feb of 2016. Basically, just 3 months since ITC at that time, or Learners Conclave, had just been incepted. So I've been a part of that journey almost since the beginning, and I have seen him grow. Phenomenally, grow strength to strength. And he keeps saying that he's not really a trainer completely, but I disagree. He is an extremely awesome trainer. We have a signature program, a couple of signature programs that we have, which it's our babies, so we hate handing it over to somebody. But when it comes to Asif, we are completely sure that he will do a phenomenal job. वो literally classroom को ना आग लगा देता है, so on and so forth. So he's very good. Asif, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I may not be a very vocal person on the groups, but I'm constantly reading, constantly keeping an eye out for great talent, like you rightly said, because I know what is the cause you're working towards, and I really would want to, support Learners Conclave in any way I can. Some initiatives had been taken. You remember that book we had kept where everybody could put in one keyword and about themselves, and that was going to be promoted. So trying in some small way. So that's me, Vijaya Suvarna. I am going to be a facilitator. And before we even begin, I'm going to make you all so jealous. I'm going to make you jealous, believe me. मैं अभी आपको jealous ही करने वाली हूँ. और कैसे करने वाली मैं आपको अभी बताती हूँ. ठीक है? ये सब तो ठीक है यार, 27 years का experience है और ये है वो सब तो ठीक है. Okay, several awards. Somebody on the group also asked, why do you want to tell about the fact that she's got money and pets and exotic destinations? I mean, how is that really, define something about somebody? You guys don't know my story, and I'm going to take just 2 or 3 minutes to tell you the story, so you'll realize why it makes me immensely happy when I share that I have a larger apartment now, and I have cars today, and I have, an office in my name today, which is a commercial, nice, sexy looking property. The one you're sitting in right now, you can see the background. It's so pretty. You should come to our office, by the way. It's a lounge. It's very, very beautiful. I can stay here the entire night, and I have stayed in the office the entire night. Just brought it's a lounge, so there are cushions and everything. You can just lie down and sleep. I spent just recently my daughter's birthday over here. I love this office. I love my home. And I'm going to tell you a small bit of why I love it so much, and why material accomplishment or achievement, why does it matter? I'm going to share. I'm sure many of you will relate to it. Okay, I'm sure many of you relate to it. I'm not going to convert this into a storytelling session. I'm not, but I'm going to very quickly tell you who I am. I'm Vijaya Suvarna, born Vijay Lakshmi Subramaniam Venkatachalam Iyer in the suburbs of Mumbai, in a place called Matunga. Father, alcoholic. Mother, school teacher, but a very almost like a municipal school teacher, right? With a younger brother. The house I've been brought up in is a 10-foot by 10-foot chawl with the common toilet outside, and उस toilet के सामने our house used to be there. Our home was right outside the toilet, and you cannot imagine the terrible smells that would emanate from the toilets, because the doors were half the time broken. There was no water, so you would have all kinds of shit, literally shit, floating all the time. And I have been brought up there. There was no separate place to even study. I had to actually sit in the corridor and read by the toilet light. The toilet lights used to be on, and I would actually be reading and studying through that light. Having an alcoholic father, I don't know how many of you have come across alcoholism in your life. You will know how terribly inconvenient and traumatic it is for people who come from an alcoholic family background. So there used to be fights, and there used to be so much of chaos at home. So somebody's if somebody's not on mute, can you just mute yourself, please? Because there is TV in the background.
Vijay ma'am, you can unmute yourself. Vijay ma'am, you can unmute
Yes,
yourself.
yes, yes. Unmute, unmute. Okay. So here I am. So that's about it. That's the background I come from. I have come from extremely poor background. I have had a very tough life, and I used to save money by not taking the bus. I used to save money by walking long distances. I did my MBA, got a gold medalist. I was gold medalist with the university topper. They told me that if you crack the university and if you become a topper, they will refund all the money back to you. So they lied. They didn't give the entire money back. They only gave back about 5,000 rupees, but that was good enough. So I spent on my own education after my graduation. My parents have really sacrificed a lot for me, but of course they've had tough times and I've had tough times. So if someone is asking you, asking why do you need to speak about money, I would say it's important, and it makes you comfortable. It allows you to be generous with the people you love, right? So that's about why, I had specifically added that sentence because I believe me, when Asif asked me to put in my introduction, I wrote some things, and then that looked so common. That was so anybody could write that they are the MD of a company, they've been a CEO, they've worked for 20 years, they're an MBA, they have an office, they're a trainer, coach, consultant. I mean, it's a trainers group, damn it, everybody's a trainer, coach, consultant. But I really and truly believe that sentence of moving from a lot of poverty and difficulty. You're losing my voice. You can't hear me clearly?
No, we can.
No. I'm okay. Yeah,
Yes,
you can.
you're fine.
Okay, so coming out of that, so coming out of that space to today where I am, believe me, it fills me with a lot of pride, a lot of gratitude, a lot of belief, a lot of belief. I'm telling you, if any of you out there is struggling to make a mark, is struggling to reach the next level of success, and you can measure success in any way you want. So someone said, how when Asif says 1 lakh, what do you mean by 1 lakh? So I can assure you that it is possible to get 1 lakh per session. I get about 2.5 lakhs per session of coaching or training, right? And during COVID, it might have come down a bit, comes to around 1.5, sometimes 1.75, but that's what I'm in the market at that rate. Okay, not showing off at all, please believe me. I don't why do I need to show off? You're my community people, but I want to just give you hope. I want to give you hope. Thank you so much, Seema. Right? I'm really telling you, I want to give you hope about the fact that today, if you're not having enough business, if you're not having something that you're really proud about, if you've not built a legacy, if you've not built a beautiful home for yourself and your family, if you've not built an office, if you don't have a luxury vehicle, if you are not, if you're not reached self-actualization, Maslow's theory, all that, if you haven't reached it, let me tell you, you can. Okay, I'm telling you, you can. So that's why that one sentence was important. That if someone's from extremely poor and humble beginnings can reach a level where one is invited to address 400, 500 extremely eminent speakers in the country, and I have even somebody from Malaysia and outside. If someone like me, if you had seen from where I come from, you'd be surprised. People who know me will be surprised. My school mates are there today who have seen me from there. And yes, thank you so much, Ruchita. Really, I mean, I cannot tell you how emotional it is for me every time I enter my home and I see this lavish house. You can't imagine. You can't imagine when the driver opens the door for the car and he asks me, "Aaj kaun si gaadi lekar jani hai?" When he tells me, you can't imagine it. I mean, it's not about being arrogant at all. I'm almost tearing up and getting goosebumps, because I know how much I've struggled. I used to work for literally 2 hours just to reach college, because I didn't want to spend money on the bus. Didn't have money. छोड़ो ना, पैसे थे ही नहीं यार, कहाँ से खर्चा करेंगे? Seen poverty, been hungry, वो सब किया है ना. तो इसलिए मेरे लिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it's important. If how many people you've reached out to is important. How much value you have created, if that is important, how much money you've earned is also important. And money is not a shameful word. I also wrote about it a few days back. If your father has given you money, of course you should be ashamed that you can't talk about it. I have a car and I have a bungalow because your dad has given it. Right? Your dad worked very hard for it, right? You didn't work hard for it, but if you work hard for it, if you earned it, and if you feel that you've deserved it, believe me, you speak about money with so much of pride. Okay, and I speak about money and wealth with a lot of pride, a lot of gratitude, a lot of humility, because I know for a fact there are so many people so much more competent, so much more intelligent, so much more creative than I could ever be. Okay, I'm telling you, they are much better than me. in so many ways. And somewhere I feel that luck has touched my life. I really feel very, very strongly about that fact that I've been so lucky. I see all my classmates. Oh my God, they're so talented, you can't imagine. I see so many trainers, they're so talented, you can't imagine. Right? It terrified me to come on stage today. I'm like, what? There are so many people, they're so evolved. Look at their background, look at what they do. That's how I see all of you. I see all of you with a lot of love and a lot of respect, a lot of affection, a lot of fear, anxiety, because trainers are the worst critics in the world. और लाल पेन लेके ही घूमते हैं. Let me tell you this. They're constantly sitting with a red pen. Like HR people. So in HR, when I have training programs in HR, when the HR is sitting there, I usually call them and say, you come and sit in the front. You don't sit there in the last bench sitting with a red pen, writing down what is going wrong. You sit here and participate, right? So trainers are a difficult community to please, but I also believe trainers are in this profession for a reason. And my hats off. I mean, hats off to you, my salam to you. So before I even continue, I've made you jealous about how much I earn per session and how the company has been built. A lot of awards have been received, a lot of other things that I've been doing. Many of you know me as the love the lal pen, she says, I know. So you guys know me as the doodle lady and the Vijay's wisdom capsules. So 1,500 days plus. Many of you have seen this on the group. Let me tell you what this is. Every day I write down a paragraph. I read a book, or if I'm reading a book, there's a thought that has suddenly, struck me, and I want to write something about it. So I write down my thoughts on it. And because I love to create, I'm also creating some doodles around it to make it interesting. And today, look at that. Sukhmeet Khalsi says, if everything is because of God's blessing, absolutely. Komal Khange, thank you so much. Right? Love you guys. Right back. Thank you, Arun, for telling me it's inspiring. I believe me, it's everybody out there is inspiring to me. Damn it, man, so many of you are struggling with making a career. So many of you don't have money coming in regularly. What are you telling your families? I mean, what are you telling your wives? Wives and husbands are very supportive, no doubt about it. But where is the contribution? My heart goes out to you. How are you facing all those people who said, oh, trainer ban gaya, वाह वाह, आप इतना कमाते हो. या अगर मम्मी बोलती है, अरे मुझे ना फॉरेन के ट्रिप के लिए जाना है, बेटा अब तो मेरा बेटा ट्रेनर बन गया है, वो मुझे भेजेगा, या बेटी बन गई है, मुझे भेजेगी. And that total budget would be like 5 lakh rupees to send mom and dad to a trip to US and back. Damn it, man, where is the money coming from? So it really it makes me very unhappy and it makes me very sad that so many of you struggle on a daily basis, on a monthly basis to contribute to revenues to your family, fulfill the dreams of your wife, husband, children, mother, father, sister, brother. Yeah, money speaks, absolutely. So you've seen this. I'm known as a doodle person. 1,500 plus days of continuous writing every day. It'll be almost 5 years now. Yeah, Rita, thank you so much. Right? Okay. So I'm going to make you even more jealous. I am a trekker. So I have somebody here from Uttarakhand. Somebody said I'm from Uttarakhand, and I was very happy to read about her. So I went to a trek just recently. I'm a trekker. I don't like trekking. I just go for the heck of it. One of my an international album, and that's CA. Loro Cia. Cia is he might be there today. I don't know. He said he'll log in. He's a coachee and he's also an amazing Portuguese singer based in Africa. We collaborated, and one of our songs, Gratidão, which is Shukriya, will be on the charts, on international charts on 25th of March. You must visit me on Star Maker. I have about 140, 150 songs which uploaded. I love music. Those are my
Vijaya, you gone on mute.
I know, but going. I know, really jealous. So I love you, Suresh Raja. Absolutely, I want you guys to be jealous. Those are my 2 children over there, and they are my NI Sparta days. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Priya. Okay, that's my daughter Tapasya, my son Rakshit. Rakshit is 20 now, and my daughter Tapasya is 15. And let me tell you about that's me. So you must be jealous. I live my life to the fullest. I read, I write, I work very hard. And about liberation coaches, I'll tell you, we are specialists in OD. we are into, and in OD, organization development has got about 42, 43 different interventions. We specialize in training, coaching, and consulting. We are exactly 15 years old, right? And we have clients in about 10 countries, and we have about 400 plus original modules. And all our average client feedback is about 4.58 and 4.5, out of 5. So it's been a great journey, but you're not interested in this, I know. You are not interested in this. I don't know what you are interested in. You will be interested in this part of it, this part of the slide. 1,000 plus clients, 60% repeat business, which means 60% of clients come back to us again and again and again, and they become clients with us, and they continue being clients with us, right? We have trained 5 lakh plus people who've been trained, coached, offered consulting to. So our bandwidth is about 5,000, 5 lakh people. Isn't that great? Listen, it surprises me too. Okay. We have about 100 plus empaneled trainers, coaches, and consultants. We do. Not everybody gets business from us. I empanel them because they were good when I saw them, and then I took them in and then trained them, certified them, and then somewhere when we send their notes to the client may not approve of them at some point. We love to send our people to clients, but many times the clients don't approve certain profiles. Around 25 to 30 of them get regular business from us, but we've empaneled about 100 of them. Right? And I just calculated yesterday, just for this, we have executed 39,000 plus mandates of interventions, till date in the past 15 years. That's a lot of mandates, man. I'm so excited about the number. And look at that, again calculated. It was 15.8 crores. No, 15.80 crores is what is the amount that we have had as payoff in the past 15 years to the people who are executing projects with us. Okay, so for many of you, where numbers matter, these are the numbers that really matter. And I'm feeling so grateful and happy because it was not easy. It will never be easy. And today I'm going to tell you why it will not be easy and how you can make it easy. That's where the unstuck comes in. I'm going to give you certain magical words, I promise, that will make you think tonight. Aaj raat ko you guys are going to sit and think about why is it that you're unable to break through glass ceiling. Okay, that's my promise today. So I'm going to come, and here, I'm so sorry, hold on. Those are the books. Can you see that? Some of the books that's been on the stands, 5 Break-Free Truths, that Asif Ibrahim conducts beautifully. Okay, some new books out, a 360-degree leadership for leaders. It's a compilation of all, about 15 of our trainers, coaches, and consultants. We all got together and wrote one chapter together, and we published that book on their behalf. Well, that's what we did. So all of these are compilations. Many people have contributed, except for 5 Break-Free Truths and the 20 plus 21. These books are the 20 mantras to promote, to make any career a success. That's coming up on 4th of April, our 15th anniversary. And so is 21 result guarantors in sales, right? These are many books that we have written. And I want to introduce you to this fine gentleman, Mr. Amol Mule, who is the co-founder of the company Liberation Coaches Private Limited. He's there somewhere. Mule, you can just say a hi if you want. Okay, Mule is on mute. So otherwise you would have heard his voice right from across Wardha, where he is right now. Okay, the two of us run this amazing company, and I'm telling you, it's a good company. I love my organization. And today I'm going to ask you this question. I'm sure this question is what you're all here for. Why do? Thank you so much. Pradeep Velappan. By the way, a lot of people here are empaneled with us. Asif Ibrahim is there. Pradeep Velappan is there. Ajit Vidyadharan is there. Anjana ma'am is there. Anjana Vinod. Okay, Shriram Iyer sir is here, whose wife is here. So many of them are here with us. And Manatosh Hauladar, I remember you specifically because you asked Asif, Vijaya ma'am, question mark. So then she must be really special for you to be providing that platform to her. That's what he said, M. Hauladar. I remember the name. I am Vijaya Suvarna, okay? So he's the one Asif Ibrahim was promoting and making this group for. And Priyanka Acharya is here. Okay, I know Priyanka Acharya always wanted to go abroad, and we sent her to Africa for a project last year, and she was so excited. She was so excited. So we've also sent people abroad for projects. Today we have about 10 countries where we have clients from and projects from, right? So the question here was, why do trainers, coaches, consultants, whoever is in this space get stuck in their profession? That's the question. And I'm going to attempt to answer that. And I think you will really find, you will connect to it, right? Yeah, Amol Mole says, you called me for something. I called you to say hi to everyone. That's about it. because I put on I showed them your photo, and they were all keen to know who's this handsome fellow whose photo you're showing. That's why I wanted to call you.
So
Okay.
the fellow is not handsome. The fellow is your servant and is the servant of this organization called Liberation Forces. And hello and hi to everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great evening. I'm already loving this evening.
All right, great. So let me tell you where the problem is. I'm going to just jump right into the topic. Because for most, the question was, why are we stuck in our profession? I'm going to tell you why we are stuck in the profession, because for most trainers, coaches, consultants, it is not a profession. Yes, you heard that right. It is not a profession. And you're like, hey, how did that come? I mean, what do you mean by it's not a profession? Seriously, it is not a profession. And I'm going to tell you the 5 levels of growth in profession, and you will identify where you come from, or you will identify where you are. Because if it were a profession, believe me, you'll be phenomenal successes as of right now. And many of you are. Yes, Aparna Wali, you're very good. It's passion. You're right. You're so right. Okay, you're absolutely right. So you're right. It's a passion, and that's where it all goes for a toss. Okay, it all goes for a toss. I'll explain to you how. Many of us take up training, coaching, and consulting, or other OD interventions and OT interventions, and we do it because it's time pass. Oh yeah, it's time pass. Believe me. Time pass because what do you do at home? I've taken a break. Let me see. Oh, let me become a trainer. So I remember, I'm going to tell you this very important thing. There was this trainer. This recent example. I called up a trainer, and I wanted to give her an assignment. Actually, there are many of them in the past. I'm going to tell you specifically about this one. I called up a trainer, and I wanted to give her the assignment. Okay, an assignment which would last about three months. So basically 12 weeks of assignments. And I won't say exceptionally good payment, but anyway, she was not doing anything much. And she had been pestering me for some work for so many months now. And I've seen her, she's good. She's very competent. Believe me, she's competent. And I wanted to give her some work with the client. So I asked her, okay, on Monday, can you start on Monday? I'll give you the download right now, and we can once again speak. I'll indicate to the client that will go to for the intervention on Monday. She says, oh, but I'm going to Lonavala for a holiday with my family on Saturday, Sunday, and only come back on Monday. I'm like, okay, don't worry. Then what about Tuesday? Can you go on Tuesday? So she says, oh, Tuesday, I'll be just back on Monday. And, but I'll be very tired on Tuesday. So can you give me some other date? I'm like, yeah, but Wednesday, the client is not there. So what about Thursday? Can you go on Thursday? Oh, no, I'm actually, there are these kids in my society. So I normally conduct this game class for them on every Thursday. So I cannot go on Thursday. Any other date? By then I lost it. I'm like, and then I said Saturday, Then I said Friday or Saturday, can you make it? She says, oh, no, on Saturday, it's our anniversary on Sunday. So Saturday, we are planning to go out and then, once again for the weekend. I'm like, arey yaar, chhod yaar, tu training mat kar life mein. Let me tell you, mat karo ab training. You're happy. You're settled. You're settled. You have somebody in the house who's bringing in money. When you say you're a trainer, you actually meant that it's a time pass activity for you. Yeah, it's time pass for you. You have enough time on your hand about 3 times in a month, because that's the time when your kid is not available, and that's the time you want to utilize through training. I mean, that doesn't work that way. So for many people who are trainers, coaches, and consultants, training is a time pass activity. It's a time pass activity. So if it's a time pass activity, you cannot become a success. That's why you're stuck. You're stuck because it's time pass for you. And I'll tell you what happens in time pass. Time pass activities, because so many of time pass activities that we do, so many of them that you do. For example, chatting on the phone with somebody, chatting with no purpose, and perhaps to chat, and the chat could have been completed in like 5 minutes. It goes on for 50. Guess what? 45 minutes of time pass. It's time pass. Okay, it's time pass. So in time pass, what happens is the only objective and only result is that time cut jata hai. Okay, time cut jata hai. Time is utilized. Your time is utilized. The other person's time is utilized. And every time you indulge in it, somebody out there says, oh, I have some time on my hand. What do I do? Oh, let me call him up, because he does good time pass with me. So you become the Mr. Time Pass and Miss Time Pass. And whenever they have something, where nothing is to be lost, they'll call you and they ask you. So many trainers, coaches, and consultants, but it is not a profession for you. It's a time pass. So if it's a time pass, you cannot get unstuck. You will be stuck. Okay, so that's a time pass. So time pass does not create value. It only passes time. Okay, it doesn't create value. It doesn't contribute as much. If the contribution is a byproduct, it is not the agenda. You may have set off with the agenda that I will, but guess what? A profession takes away so much more than that, just this. The first level may, for many people, training, coaching, consulting, or other OD, OT interventions, it is time pass. Believe me, that's the first level where you get stuck in. If you break that barrier, for many of us, when they break this barrier, the second level of profession is hobby. For many trainers, training, coaching, consulting, and anything else, it's a hobby. A hobby which makes people happy. You create a little value for somebody. They create a little value for you, and you learn. You do things. You learn about it. You become a little better at it. You're becoming better every time you learn something. You invest a little money. Because in hobby, you need to invest money, na? Jaake lana padega na, paint lana padega. You have to bring the drawing book, or you have to install the star maker and pay 110 rupees per month, or whatever, right? So for many, exactly, Shriram Iyer or Meena ma'am says hobby is an extension of time pass. Absolutely, but in hobby, it creates value. Time pass doesn't create value. Time pass only passes time. Hobby creates a little bit of value. So when you are a speaker, for example, you've taken up training as a hobby, and somebody in the society calls you to do anchoring for the Ganpati Bappa Moria festival, and you go there happily. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. So I have so many clients of mine. Recently, a client of mine, I was working, I do a lot of coaching, right, with business owners. So when you were talking about, he said, I asked him, what do you really love to do? He says, you know what, we have this society committee in which you kind of do a lot of drives and do a lot of events. I'm very, very passionate about it. And I enjoy creating events. I enjoy managing events. It makes me very, very happy. So I pointed out to him that it's either time pass or a hobby. It's nothing more than that. It can't be a passion, because passion, I'm going to tell you next. Yes, Dinesh Shanbhag says passion is hot air unless backed with effort. I'm good. The third one is going to be pretty killing. By the way, don't murder me, please. Don't kill me. Don't send, people. Don't take out a supari in my name, for God's sake, because I'm going to come to the third level, which most of you are going to be killing me for. Murder. I'm going to be murdered for the next one. For many people, training is a passion. And many of you wrote about passion. Okay. For many people, training, now suddenly everybody has gone quiet to understand what am I going to say next. Absolutely. Now you're going to be listening to this very keenly. For many people, training, coaching, consulting, or any work that they do. Yes. Passion means you should be eating, drinking, sleeping, the same thing you want to do. Yes. Look at the key word. Whatever you want to do, you won't care about, for example, you have a person who is passionate about music and singing. Does the person care whether the neighbors like the song or not? Does the person care that the family members love the songs or not? Does the person care whether he or she is able to sing it well or not? Does the person care about earning money out of it? Not really. Not really. No, you have to listen to this very, very, very carefully. Madhavi Sood says, passion is the driving force. I am going to be explaining this a little more. Now listen to this very carefully. Many people are passionate about theater. Do you know how much theater professionals earn per hour? I have some people here from Applied Theater. So I have two people actually. I saw the names over here. I have Roshan Karkera and I have Chetana Merhotra. These two people are in theater. So let me tell you, they will also tell you how much you earn when you perform in theater. It's per hour 300 rupees max. Okay, for people who are there per hour, and they don't pay you for the practice sessions and the riyaz. No, not at all. For performance, you're paid about 300 rupees per hour. Many people pursue their passion in training. They're very passionate about coaching. They're very passionate about everything. And guess what? the passion doesn't pay them as much. Not money and not because you see but you're training for yourself. No. I'll come to it. Wait. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't write anything right now. Don't write anything. Okay? Don't write anything right now. Yeah, Daisy, thank you so much. Don't write. Wait for me to complete this. Many people are very proud of their passion. And then they wonder why success doesn't happen to them. Many people are very proud about their passion. They wonder why success doesn't happen to them because passion cannot lead. Passion is not the only thing that can lead to success. And you can define success in any way you want. I mean, think about it. I am very passionate about French language. You want me to talk to you in French? I'm very passionate about bagpipers, the playing. So for the next 2 years, I'm going to practice on bagpiping right outside your window. Are you okay with it? I'm passionate about it. Passion is very self-focused. Passion is to make yourself happy. It doesn't really care about making other people happy. I have a friend of mine. Okay, there's so many people. I'm going to speak about one particular friend of mine who gave up a very big job because he is very passionate about acting. Very passionate about acting. He doesn't care about whether that passion is giving him money. He doesn't care whether passion is contributing to his family. He doesn't care whether he's able to give money to his home every month. He doesn't care if his mother is unwell, who has to be taken to the doctor because he doesn't have money to take her to the doctor. He doesn't care if at night 12 o'clock his wife is saying, "Arey, put off the music here, I'm trying to sleep," because he is busy living his passion. Passion is self-focused. It's a very selfish and self-focused activity. It's very self-focused. Passion is very self-focused. There's so many people who are very passionate and they never become a success. And there's a reason for it. The reason is in the next level. The reason is in the next level, and I'm going to share the next level with you. Yes, Meera Iyer got it. It's all about me. You're so right. Focus on self and not the other. You're so right. Passion is all about focusing on yourself and what you love and not on other people. Passion is singing in the morning at 6 o'clock Rag Bhairavi and not giving a damn whether somebody's getting disturbed or not. Passion is about painting, anything and anything like Dali, so he painted. He didn't care whether people loved it or not. He loved to paint, he painted. There are many people who are into training because it's a passion. It is not yet converted to profession. Thank you so much, Neha. Neha Karia is here. So yes. Now I'm going to show you the next one. Which is important, level 4. Level 4, because if you're stuck in passion, it is very difficult to get unstuck. Let me tell you this. If you're stuck in a passion, it's very difficult to get unstuck. You can still be happy, but guess what? You'll be the only person happy. There's somebody here who's unmuted. Can you please mute yourself? I think somebody, maybe Suresh Raja is unmuted. Can someone mute yourself, please? Right, thank you. Yes, so thank you. So, yeah, Prince Gover says, looks like that's where I'm stuck. You're right. You're absolutely right. The problem with passion is that passion will not be able to sponsor or will not make you contribute in a professional manner to people. But exactly, Shipra says passion needs to be converted to livelihood. You're so right, that's where the next slide comes in. Level 4 of profession is profession. Okay, level 4 is called profession. So you had first level, time pass. I'm doing training because it is time pass. I have Saturday, I'm going to Maldives. Tuesday, I'm back. Wednesday, I have my children's PTM. Wednesday, I'm going for a party. It's so important. And then Thursday, I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to rest. Oh, Friday, 3 hours I have. Can I do some training? Can you give me some assignments on Friday from morning 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock? Because you see at that time I'm available that time, 3 o'clock to 12 to 3 o'clock. But 3 o'clock I have to go back home because my child will come back from school. So can you give me some assignment? And before 12 o'clock I can't go because I have to cook now. I have to keep dabba ready now. So that's a time pass. So people come to me like that. Yeah. People come to me to ask me if they want. If I ask them 3 questions, can you travel? They will say no. Can you travel overnight? They will say no. Can you work on a Sunday? They say no. Can you start tomorrow morning? They will say no. Okay, can you start early? They will say no. Can you stay back late? They will say no, and they want, and that's time pass. Believe me, that's time pass. Okay, it's not a profession. So training, coaching, consulting is not a profession. Somebody might start as a time pass and then they convert it into a hobby, because time pass kitna karega life mein, hai na? Kitna time pass karega life mein? At some point you will say, oh, let me learn a little more, because people are saying, oh, you're doing training, why aren't you learning something about it? So when we do NLP certification, we do master trainer certification, we do so many certifications, we spend money, we spend good money which you've earned through our sweat and blood, or at least somebody has earned it from their sweat and blood and they are sponsoring you, and then it becomes a hobby. Hobby is when you will take out time regularly for it. You will take out time, but you will choose whether you want to do this or you want to do that. Like Asif spoke about the 6 methods of generating revenue. You will not do all 6. You may just do 1 or 2 because it's a hobby. The third level, which is where most of us get stuck, is the passion part of it. Passion is completely self-focused. You do things, you will dedicate your life to that passion. You will give up everything you have. Whatever you have, you'll also take from other people and expect them to sacrifice too. Okay, you will live your passion and expect others to sponsor you. When people live their passion, other people sponsor you. We also call it, I was deeply supported by my family. My husband deeply supported me. My wife deeply supported me. My mother deeply supported me. Arey, why should they support you? Are you a kid? Are you a kid? So many people focus, please stop the annotation. What is that? What's annotation? So sorry, somebody said something.
That's
Okay.
when somebody is writing on your screen. So this.
Okay. Yeah, somebody, I saw that. What the hell?
Doodle.
Doodle. Yeah, you're right. So
Doodle lady
here.
needs some doodle they thought.
Correct. Somebody said somebody. Okay. So profession. Now let's come to the 4th level. Passion will not lead to professional success. I'm repeating. Passion will not lead to professional success. Repeating. Passion will not lead to professional success. Because profession, damn it, other people will not sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. You have to stay up late night till 1 o'clock preparing for the next day. You have to ensure that you're studying the competition and studying the customers. You have to ensure that you're sacrificing your personal comfort before you're actually, you have to sacrifice and learn as a professional. You have to learn sales. You have to learn how to sell yourself. People who are passionate about training don't want to sell. I mean, think about it. They're passionate. I love training. So somebody has to sell for them. I mean, kyun karega koi? I mean, you don't want to, you calling yourself a professional trainer and then you don't want to sell. You don't want to market. You don't want to learn about finance. You don't want to learn about taxation. You don't want to learn about team building. You also don't want to take any risks. Most people who are unable to convert their training passion into a profession is because they don't want to take risks. And I'll also tell you when it is easy to stick up. I'll tell you something about the passion part of it. Passion is possible to be continued. You can continue being passionate when there's somebody else sponsoring you. Repeating, it's very painful, boss. Sorry, yaar. I'm not in the business of making people happy. I'm in the business of where I am. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. You're my people. If I'm not, truthful to you guys, how will we all work together? How will it work together? How will we belong to a community of successful professionals, right? So passion is sponsored by someone else, or passion, somebody else is sacrificing something for you pursuing your passion, and that's why it doesn't work. You will have a wife who will sacrifice her holiday because you are pursuing your passion. You will have a husband who will sponsor your passion, and that's why a big part of his money income goes into sponsoring you. Your mother and father who are waiting for you to grow up and who are waiting for you to sponsor their events and still now giving you money once in a month so that you can have your expenses because you're passionate about what you do, and still now you haven't started converting it into a profession. Because when you need to be converting into a profession, it takes so much more. Let me talk to you about actors. The best examples are actors or cricketers or celebrity cricketers. For example, I'll give you easier examples. Sachin Tendulkar, his passion, of course, cricket. Then why is he posing for Lux Cozy underwear or anything else for that matter? Amitabh Bachchan, what's his passion? Acting. So why is he talking about do boond zindagi ki apne bacche ko do? Salman Khan, what's his passion? Of course, acting. Why is he coming on stage and selling you something, some ganji somewhere? You know, why are people who have a passion visible elsewhere in a profession? That's the sacrifice. That's the money. That's the sacrifice part of it. Every time you choose to convert your passion into a profession, every time you choose to convert your passion into a profession, you will have to sacrifice 50% of what you like to do. You'll have to do 50% to 60% of what you don't like to do. Repeating, if you want to convert, yes, true, Salman Khan's passion is acting. Don't say that. I have a lot of my own colleagues are very, they are big fans of Salman Khan. So there. So every time you want to convert a passion into a profession, you have to 50 to 60, 70% of the time do something that you don't like to do. And if you get 20% of time to live your passion in your profession, you are one of the most luckiest people on earth. If you get 20% to 30% of living your passion in your profession, you are exceptionally lucky. You're very lucky. Which means to sponsor that 20, 30% of passion, you have to be a professional. For to sponsor 30% of your passion, you want to do free courses for people. You want to teach people about NLP, free of cost. You don't care about whether they give you money or not. You truly believe that NLP can change someone's life. That's your passion. That's not your profession. You want to sing for people. You want to do something in the music space. You want to create music which will heal people. Okay, for example, so you're a healer. You're a coach. You're a coach who heals people, and you want to use music for healing. It's a passion. If you get to do it 30% of the time, you're very lucky, because the remaining 70% of the time you'll have to do all the things you don't like to. You can ask Anand Mahindra, you can ask Ratan Tata, you can ask anybody who's out there who is a professional. 80% of the time they don't live their passion. They don't. Anand Mahindra does not look at cars more than once in a month. The remaining 29 days of the month, he's looking at balance sheets. He's looking at, research and development data. He's looking at competitive intelligence. He's looking at market sentiments. He's looking at the economy. He's looking at production plans. He's looking at mistakes or errors or customer complaints. 29 days out of 30, he's looking or he's working his profession. So on the 30th day, he's able to spend his energies on the passion, which is automobile. Ratan Tata, whose passion, I don't know what his passion is. I'm sure he did his architecture, so I don't know what his passion is. So assuming that his passion is TCS and software development, assuming it may not be, but what if his passion is the TCS division, software development is his passion? Do you think he's managing and looking at software every day? Of course not. 29 days of the month, he's not looking at it at all. He's not even looking at what is a new product in the market if product development is his passion. He's looking at everything else. He's looking at plans. He's looking at government laws, compliances. He's looking at cases that are against him. He's meeting up with the legal team. He's meeting up with the R&D team. He's conducting board meetings. He's taking reviews of his team. He's doing everything that is not his passion, because if he does all this, it is going to sponsor his passion. So many trainers, they forget that for your passion to be sponsored, you have to convert your training into a profession. You have to convert it into a profession, right? And if you convert into a profession, there are literally 100 things that you hate doing that you have to do. 100 things. So many of you have written, I know, and my heart goes out to you, right? I'm looking at this. And by the way, how do you define then? When you call somebody a professional who is someone who gets paid for his profession? Acha, chalo, forget. Let us not even look at the other aspects of everything. What about the becoming the expert in your field? Before you bat out there on the pitch, you literally are spending yes, it's okay. Let me give you an example of this. You know, professional athletes, the ones who run in Olympics. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they were just voicing out something that they noticed, and I was feeling extremely bad, and then I kept hitting my colleague's head on it. I said they train for 8 years for 4 more minutes of success, or 5 minutes of success. They train 8 years. So the 8 years that they are running, they are doing push-ups and pull-ups, and they are doing skipping, and they are doing dieting, and they are taking protein shakes instead of food, and they are neglecting ice cream and not eating sweets and not participating in, so they're sacrificing so much because they are in the business of running. Right? They're in the business of running. So passion next level is profession. Not everybody breaks. By the way, living a passion, many people will tell you that living a passion is difficult. Let me tell you, living the passion is the easiest. Living passion is the easiest, guys. It's the easiest. Kuch nahi karna hai. You just do what you love to do. That's the entire day. Just do what you love to do. So your hats off to all those people. Hats off to all those people who are actually on a daily basis. They are sacrificing towards making themselves a professional success. And then there are people laugh at them and say, "Arey yaar, tu kya kar raha hai? Why are you doing accounts? Why are you sitting back late and looking at the balance sheet? Why are you looking at compliances? Why are you forming a company? Why are you taking any risk at all? Why don't you live a passion like I am?" Arey, but a passion is not professional success. If you're very lucky, if you're very, 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 very lucky, you will have somebody who worships you. For that person, you are the profession. And that person who is perhaps is a sports coach or a trainer coach who will say, "Oh, this guy, mujhe iska life banana hai." And they will come and convert that into a profession for you. So they will tell you, "I will manage your marketing. I will manage your sales. I will go and give presentations. I will go and manage your accounts and finance. I'll do the back-end coordination. I'll do the training coordination. I'll set the bills and invoices. I'll take compliances. I'll do everything." You only stand there and speak. That's all you have to be doing. If you're very lucky, you get somebody like that. Yes, level 4. So profession is the next level of passion, because passion is self-focused. Profession needs a lot of sacrifice. Or I'm going to come to the next one. 5th level is there. 5th level is there. Okay, there's one more level. There's one more level, okay? So level 1 is time pass, level 2 is hobby, level 3 is passion, level 4 is profession, because all people who are going to be professional successes will have to sacrifice a lot of the things that they believe to be their passion, so that they get the sponsorship for the passion. Today, if Tendulkar is able to set up, let's say, a cricket academy, you think the cricket academy would come only from him playing matches? Not at all. He has to be posing for max fluid or oil. He has to then pose for something somewhere. All that money coming together is when all of it comes together, is when he gets to live his profession on a day-to-day basis. And that is level 5. And level 5 is called purpose. Level 5 is called purpose. So if many people think their hobby is their purpose. For many people, passion is their purpose. For many people, their profession is their purpose. There is a big difference. There is a huge difference between passion, profession, and purpose. There is a huge difference. Purpose is when you're creating value for others, when you're contributing to others, right? When you're contributing to others, and you're also getting paid amply for it. And you're able to live your passion more and more every day. That is your purpose. And when the recipient of that is the world. So in passion, it's very self-focused. In profession, it is very time and money and effort and success-focused. Purpose is very world-focused. When you want to do something for the world, it is a combination. It's a deadly combination of your passion and your profession. Okay, it is to convert into passion and profession. Somebody writes, marketing ourselves to earn from passion. Absolutely, absolutely. So many people who are passionate about training, they don't market. They don't like to sell. You ask them. So because there are 100 people empaneled with us, I can say this with absolute alacrity and forthrightness and transparency, that so many of them don't sell. Mr. Iyer does. Shriram Iyer sir is there. Meera ma'am is here. He does it. He's converted into a profession. Okay. And for him, training is also a purpose. I know that for him. I know for the past 10, 12 years, he's been doing that. Okay, purpose is when, so there are many things when you say something is the purpose. Let me give you the, let's say I'm giving you the criteria or the checklist for purpose. One, you're sponsoring yourself. Two, you're sponsoring the people around you or the people who are dependent with you. There is somebody who's unmuted. I think Anil Deshpande is here. Can you please mute yourself, all you? Yeah, thank you so much, because I'm unable to hear myself. Mr. Anil Deshpande is here. I can see him. Can you mute yourself, please?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Can you please mute yourself? There is some background sound, so I'm unable to hear myself clearly. Thank you so much. The mute button is right there at the end towards your left. So if you can just mute yourself. No. Okay, doesn't matter. So I'm sure he'll figure it out, or somebody will. So repeating. So I'm coming back to this. Okay, just understand this. For many people, training is a passion. I appreciate that. I love it. Okay. Someone says somebody should be very passionate about one's profession. Exactly. One needs to be passionate about the profession. Profession, hai na? Profession is, let's say this. Let's say
Ma'am, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Right. So just understand this part of it about why we're getting stuck somewhere. Okay. Why we're getting stuck somewhere. When you're living a passion, at that time, money doesn't enter your head. Fame doesn't enter your head. You are happy to do what you love to do. But remember, when you do everything, or when you only do what you love to do, there are many things that are needed to be done, which you may not like, that actually makes it a success. So for example, when you are going to be, for example, taking a risk. Let's say you're a trainer who trains independently, who's a solopreneur, and who is conducting training programs and everything. So if somebody asking for a checklist of purpose, I'll just come. The best to attract clients, one of the main things to attract clients is to actively do marketing and actively sell, and also take risks. Okay, taking risks, which means if you're a coach, this is again somebody who's unmuted themselves. Kya kar sakte hain? Okay.
I think the host will have the option, ma'am,
Yes,
to unmute all the participants. If you use that option, it's going to be better. So in case, even if somebody unmutes, then you will not have a problem.
I think Asif ji, please mute everybody because of this.
Ma'am, you can mute yourself now. I have muted everybody.
Okay, now I'm unmuted.
Yeah, ma'am, you will have to unmute yourself, Vijaya, ma'am. You will have to unmute yourself.
You will have to unmute yourself. Okay.
Okay, it was once again. Okay. So people who live their passion, I have not said it by all the great bigwigs have said this. Look at all the people who are successful, okay, forget the examples I'm giving you. Think about all the people who, according to you, are professional successes. It could be MDs of companies, it could be CEOs of companies, it could be trainers that you know and admire, it could be consultants and coaches that you admire, it could be your what is his name, Rob Williams, it could be anybody, Shiv Khera, it could be anyone in the world, Zig Ziglar, it could be Roger Hamilton, it could be anybody. Think about all the big wigs in the industry who, Michael Podolinsky, anyone at all, who according to you is a professional success. Do you know that for them to be professional successes, they spend 80 to 90% of their time and effort on things they don't really enjoy doing? Their passion is training. But are you saying they trained 24/7 or 30 days a month? Not at all. They only train maybe 4 or 5 days a month. The remaining 25 days, they're doing all the things that they really don't like doing. They're selling, they're marketing, they're taking risks. They're traveling with their own money to other destinations, meeting up with the client and coming back not very sure about whether the deal is going to get closed or not. They're buying offices, decorating offices, and they're inviting clients to their offices because they've taken a risk. Risk is not something we want to do. We want it in a plateau. So The minute you convert your passion into a profession, there's a lot of things that you do that you otherwise would not have done if you only lived your passion. So people who enjoy, ask anyone who's reached success. Ask anybody out there who's reached a success. Ask them, do they get to live their passion every moment of every day? And if they were to tell the truth, let me tell you, okay, he was stuck in his job against his passion, is what Ashwin Salokhe says. But sir, remember, once he became a celebrity, once he did, for example, cricket is his passion. But what about the dieting, the nutrition that he had to undergo, the fact that he had to sponsor his first few days of training, he had to work, remember? He had to work so that he can get money to go for the cricket academy. Or his father or mother paid for the cricket academy, that cricket exactly sacrifice. He did a lot of sacrifice, absolutely. Absolutely. So many people, they hate to be told that a passion and a profession are two different things. They hate it. I'm so sorry, but it's the truth. It's the truth. That's where they unstuck. That's where the stuck comes. Many people do it free of cost. Yes, but the purpose checklist, I'm going to repeat it just. I'm just moving to purpose right now, okay? For many people, when they are passionate about something, they hate to be called a professional there. Professionals get paid. Passion people don't, when you're passionate, you don't care about somebody's paying you or not. You don't care. You don't care. When I'm singing, I'm a music, I love to sing. I don't care if somebody's paying me or not. I won't even dare to ask someone for money when I'm singing. I don't even want to. I don't care. I will sing Rag Bhairavi at 6 o'clock in the morning. Who's to stop me? But if music were my profession, and the client says, Sham ko 7 baje, you have to sing Rag, Shiv Ranjani and not Bhairavi, I will have to sing it. I don't have a choice. So if I'm only living my passion, yes. So if I'm only living my passion, I can do whatever I damn well please, but then I'm not a success in my professional space. Then I'm not a success in my professional space. So we have to really decide, okay, there's nothing against living a passion, but the fact is many people worry that they are not professional successes. They won't be, they can't be, because they're living their passion, not they're living their profession. Aparna Wali says this comment shook me totally. Yeah, I know, when I discovered it, believe me, it was like a slap on my face. It was a slap. I hated the person. Okay, this is I would say imagined and conceptualized by me. But this entire conversation, thought process was instigated, or I would say started with somebody saying something, and I realized it took me aback that the minute you're only living your passion, you cannot become a professional success. I take Emma Hussein. You think he only paints? Of course he doesn't. He becomes he's going to an event to inaugurate because he has to ensure his brand visibility is there. He's coming to give interviews on TV because obviously brand visibility, branding has to be done, marketing has to be done. He's paying a marketing agency and he's paying a management entire team for them to market his services. They're going out and selling for him, and they also are going to be they call him to sell. You think Roger Hamilton doesn't sell? Just go on into your inboxes, guys. He's selling every day. Look at Vishen Lakhiani, the Mind Valley guy. He's selling every day. Look at Ajit Navlakha, the guy who's promoting under Evercoach Mind Valley. He's selling every day. You really think they like to sell? Do they want to give it free of cost? Of course, Tony Robbins, absolutely not Rob Williams, sorry. Tony Robbins, absolutely right. Tony Robbins is selling every day. You think they really like to sell? Their passion is training. Their passion is not selling. So thank you so much, Ravi from Malaysia. Their passion is not selling. Their passion is not marketing. Their passion is not creating videos. Given an option, what they do, they will only stand live in front of an audience and talk. They will develop a new concept and they will talk. They will convince, they will make people energized. They will create a lot of energy. That's what they will do. If it is only their passion, they have converted that into a profession, and that's why they're multimillionaires, billionaires, if I may say so. So they converted that into a profession. And when I'm going to, if you want money, which is the most important purpose, you have to sell. Okay, then I'm coming to the next one, which is the purpose part. Purpose has got a long list. Now you will have to, when people have reached professional success, And when they get to live their passion on a daily basis, more and more and more and more, where they are paid amply, they're paid phenomenally. I would say their fame is reaching out to a larger audience and to the world. Every day their followership base is increasing. If their followership base is increasing, when they're getting inquiries from from people for them to live their passion, when they can quote a price for their passion and they will get paid for it, right? When they have to not to sacrifice as much, when they're sponsoring themselves and they're able to sponsor other people, when they're creating a dramatic value outside and not being dependent on anybody, rather they're taking on the dependencies of many people, that's when we say we are living a purpose. Many of us have a mission statement and purpose statement. Many of us must have made it, right? So if you made it, go through it once again. I'm sure you wrote, yes, yeah, but there are many people who, even after not getting enough, are going on for a purpose. It's not a purpose, it's a passion. It's a passion. If you look at a purpose statement, I don't know if many of you made your vision statement or a purpose statement, just see over there. It'll talk about creating more opportunities for the world, by reaching out to the world and everything. They'll speak about a lot of things. How will you reach out to the world when you don't have money to reach out to the world? When nobody's paying you to reach out to the world? How will you give employment to hundreds of people and then thousands of people, and in the pursuance of your purpose, if you're not going to be paid for it or somebody's not going to sponsor you for it? Oh, no. Somebody says you don't need to convince anyone in life if you're good enough. Nay, I'm so sorry. That doesn't work that way. It's like most people who are I'm a product specialist, by the way. I'm a creative person. So I know, I would love to believe you. I would love to believe the fact that if I am good enough, people will recognize me and pay me for it. It doesn't work that. There's too much of competition out there. Ek zamane mein it might have been true. You're very good. Somebody somewhere, some place will notice you and they will come forward and they'll give you crores of rupees just to live your passion. That's a long time back. It doesn't work anymore. There's too much of competition. In this same forum with the 300 or 400 odd people, believe me, 95% you are excellent at what you do. 95%. 95% people are excellent at what they do, but that's not sponsoring anything. That's not sponsoring you to take your family to the US for a 1 month holiday. It's not sponsoring your Mercedes Maybach. It's not sponsoring your trip to Switzerland with your friends and you sponsoring them. It's not making you. It's not giving you the awards that you so truly deserve. You're competent and you deserve those awards. It's not coming. All of them are not coming. You have to. So if you're good enough, people will recognize you. Unfortunately, in today's world, it doesn't work that way. I'm so sorry. Look at your children, look at your wife, look at anybody. Your child is excellent at something. Are you saying the child is the chosen head boy of the school? No, not possible. Not possible. If your TG, target audience, does not know what you're selling, what will they buy? You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. If you're very good at something and if you're living a passion, I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. Okay? But then you will be stuck there, because it is not yet being converted into a profession. So when you do a professional, when an entrepreneur, so an entrepreneurship, many people say it's a passion. Not really. Entrepreneurship is a profession, because then you're doing all the things that you don't really like to do, and you're doing it because it is sponsoring your passion. TG's target audience, right? So there is Elroy from Abu Dhabi. Okay, you want to have a brief chat? Definitely. At the end of this, there is my phone number and my mail ID. I'll definitely put it up over there. If Amol Mulay can type that chat in the chat box, my contact number, I'd really appreciate it. It'll be great. So just think about it. Okay, don't jump into any conclusion. Just think about it for today. I'm requesting you to just think about what I'm saying. Don't reject an idea because it is different from what you're thinking. Just think about it. Think about why you're getting stuck. If you're really living your passion every day, why are you getting stuck? Question, why are you getting stuck? Why are you getting stuck? You're getting stuck because you tell me the reason. I don't know the reason. But I know that I and many of the people I coach are getting unstuck because I'm pulling them from their passion and making them focus on their profession, making them focus on their purpose. Oh, there was a question there. Somebody asked. I'm so sorry. Loved what you said. Don't reject an idea if you think it's different. Absolutely. Don't reject it. Most trainers are in training and coaching because it's a passion, and they get stuck just because of that, because they're passionate about it. Purpose, like I repeated, one, you're creating value for yourself. You're creating value for the world. you're sponsoring yourself, you're sponsoring the people who are dependent on you, you're able to create more and more opportunities, more and more people around you, you're able to live your passion more and more every day, and also getting amply paid for it. Okay, so over a period of time, in the last, you're only doing 20-30% of things you don't like to do. Remaining 70% of the things, you're still doing what you love to do, and you're still getting paid amply. You're able to, people are sponsoring your passion. Oh, okay. Let me get this. When people start sponsoring your passion, we are saying you're living a purpose. Okay, when people are sponsoring your passion, we'll say you're living a purpose. But purpose cannot be reached before it becoming a profession, which means you have to sacrifice a lot first. You have to learn all the things you never learned before. You have to do all the things you never did before. You have to take risks. For example, for many people for whom it's time pass, hobby, and passion, an office, 50,000 rupees rent next month, go and take it, please. Take an office for 50,000 rent and employ at least 2 people at 25,000 salary each, which means your fixed expense every month is 1 lakh. Now earn 1 lakh rupees per month by only living your passion. Only passion. You'll only go and talk to people, not even sell, not market, not do accounts, compliances, not convert that into a private limited firm. You will not open a bank account because it's a very boring activity. Who wants to open a bank account? You will not manage your team. They can do whatever they want. Okay, rent will take care of by itself. You know, who can? You only live your passion, and then tell me if you are getting unstuck or stuck. Okay, that 1 lakh rupee load on your head is what will make you turn your passion into a profession. Because damn it, now you'll have to do all the things you hate to do, because there is somebody who's waiting to be paid a salary. Right? Somebody's waiting to be paid a salary. Many people, many trainers, coaches, consultants, they work from home. Okay, and because they work from home, the risk is dramatically mitigated. कुछ भी रिस्क नहीं है यार. वाइफ खाना बना के दे रही है, हस्बैंड आके पैसा दे रहा है महीना घर चलाने के लिए. How is that a profession? How is it getting profession? It is not profession. You have to sponsor yourself to be called a professional, right? Or agar usme, if you're going to sponsor other people to live their passion and profession, the day when you tell your husband, listen, from next month, don't pay anything at home, you save money, I am running the house. And then you give employment to 15 people in the month. You know, you're saying, why should I have 1 maid? Let me have 15 maids. Let unka ghar chalna chahiye mere wajah se. I will say you're living your purpose, because living your passion. Yeah, your house loan made you, absolutely. Sukhmit Kalsi says your house loan made me do that. You're so right. I mean, I am so many EMIs to be paid. And then you, damn it, you will work. You will work hard. You will go and reach out to customers. You will go and stand there and give presentations. You will sell. You will negotiate. Everybody hates negotiation. Who likes to negotiate? Nobody likes to negotiate. Correct? Yeah, you don't run behind a dog, but you will run when the dog is behind you. Absolutely. When the expenses are running behind you, damn it, you will have to run. And living a purpose is all about running and making other people run with. It's about carrying the loads of other people. So this is where I would like to, I want you people to think about this. Thank you so much, Kiran. I appreciate it. It's very scary for me to talk about things like this, it's very scary. I use all this in my coaching that I do. And I know for a fact that I get paid phenomenally just to coach people and tell them exactly this. Right? I'm lucky I have this co-partner of mine, Amol Mule. He takes care of a lot of selling. He does a lot of selling for me. I'm very lucky that. But even that had to be worked upon. Partnerships have to be worked upon. Collaborations have to be worked upon. A lot of sacrifice has to be made if you really want to get unstuck. Okay? Right? I'm excited about this. I do have, I also had some slides on what you could do to earn more on Grade the Glass Ceiling, but it's 8:20 already. We only have 10 minutes. Do you guys want me to continue for another 10 minutes, or should we just ask questions and wind up? What do you do? I know everybody needs an Amol. True. So what would you like me to do? Continue for another 10 minutes? Okay, somebody says please continue. 10 minutes. Okay, 10-15 minutes more max. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, all right. Because I made some more things, that will help you to convert your passion into a profession and then into a purpose. I had some slides there. I'm going to go to the next one. So the question here, all of you have asked, thank you so much, people. I really appreciate it. How does one break through the glass barrier for exponential growth in one's profession? The question was, how does one break through the glass barrier for exponential growth in one's profession? Passion, I won't tell you. That you will find your way. Everybody who's passionate will find a way, okay? But if the one you want to convert that into a profession, there are some ideas or there are some things that you will need to do. And just I've created this module, or the whatever's coming after this, I've created just for you guys today. And for me itself, it's been a breakthrough. So the first step that one needs to do, I've named this, the acronym is SHAKSC, that SHAKSC. And the first thing, there are 6 progressive elements of the professional success hexagon. The 6 elements. The first one is this. The first one is called strategy. If you have chosen a profession, if you have chosen, if you have to approach companies, if you are in your initial days of training, I'll tell you so many things, I mean, I'll just speak for 10 more minutes and I'll give you some, I think question answer session is good. Let me just explain strategy and then stop. The other things we can see it at some other time. If you have chosen training, coaching, consulting as a profession, the first thing you need to have is a strategy. And don't get I would say, I would call that, don't get distracted, defocused when people use the word strategy very randomly. Okay, there are 17 different strategies in business. There are grand strategies, there are generic strategies, and there are other marketing strategies, and so on and so forth. Okay, there is a concentrated growth strategy, market development strategy, product development strategy, innovation strategy, forward integration strategy, backward integration strategy, conglomerate strategy. So there are 17 different strategies. Anybody who remembers what you did in your MBA days, you will remember it. If you are a professional, you will choose the right strategy depending on your capacity and competence. Oh, please mention what to say. Okay, got done. I will just name all of it, even if I'm not going to be explaining it today. I'll do that. Okay. So the first thing, if you're chosen as training as a profession, you have to first determine the strategy. A strategy may have all these elements in it. Once you've defined your profession, ensure that you've written down your generic strategy. Which is the generic strategy? This generic strategy is based on your competence. Okay. So once you've analyzed yourself, once you know that this is the passion you want to continue, you're willing to sacrifice, you've told yourself you're willing to sacrifice, you've started your journey of professionalism, you have to write down what is the generic strategy. What are you going to be presenting? How are you going to present yourself to the world? Okay. How are you going to present yourself to the world? You can't present yourself as everything. You can't. You have to focus on something you're really good at. For example, I've come across many trainers. This is very hard hitting, by the way. The next sentence is very hard hitting. Yes, you have to be willing to be not liked by everyone. Absolutely. So yes, you're right. That's why yeah, you're right. Okay. You can't be liked by everybody. Now, develop apart. I've come across many trainers who don't have a voice. Guys, listen to this. There are many trainers I know who don't have a voice for training. If there's anything to training, it's voice. You cannot have a high-pitched voice or a very low, exceptionally, when you're not able to hear the person. I have many people who don't have the voice with the modulation. The voice is so monotonous. It's very boring listening to them. They can just speak in one straight sentence. Once you have defined your profession, make sure that you have defined the strategy to reach its pinnacle. Create on paper your generic strategy, grand strategy, marketing. By God, 30 seconds you're already feeling bored because the guy has a monotonous voice. They don't even work on voice modulation. They don't work on voice throw. They don't work on energy when you speak. They don't do it. They have extremely ordinary, very low-pitched voices and not interesting voices. Let me tell you this, interesting voices. They don't have interesting voices. Okay. And for training, there are certain things you need. One is the voice. You have to work on it. I'm not saying you can't get a voice, you can, but you'll have to work on it. So based on your voice, you'll have to decide your strategy. If you have low-pitched voice, you have to choose. One cannot say, I have a low-pitched, extremely monotonous voice and say, I am presenting myself. I am branding myself as a motivational speaker. Can't work. Sorry, boss. If you have an extremely musical voice, you can't present yourself as a sales trainer. You can't. Sales people can't have musical voices. If your language skills are extremely poor, Okay, yes, you can't afford to lose your audience. The audience has to be captured. If your language skills are very poor, for example, you're supposed to conduct your training in English, and your English is very, very poor. You can't present yourself as a corporate trainer, speaking half in Hindi, half Gujarati, and a little bit of Marathi, and then maybe a little spattering of English. It won't work. So your generic strategy of how do you want to present yourself to the world has to be completely based on your SWOT and not a narcissistic SWOT. Not narcissism. Please, most trainers are narcissists. They believe they are God. The fact is, guess what? You're not. Neither am I. Nobody is. You have to be so critical before criticizing the world. Sit down and damn it, criticize yourself. The entire concept of keep yourself motivated. Are what motivated? There is motivation is only needed when you're down. If you're not down, don't need motivation. If you're already high and you motivate yourself more, you become a narcissist. And narcissists are very poor learners. They're very bad at learning. They truly believe they're excellent at everything, and then they don't learn anything, right? Yeah. It's so most trainers are you became a trainer because you love the spotlight on you. I mean, that's there is a major DNA, there's a generic or a genetic flaw in the profession of training. People become trainers because they truly believe they can do something for everybody and they know everything. That's how you become a trainer, and that flaw has to be challenged. That flaw has to be challenged. Anybody who says, I have trained literally 1,000 people, and I'm like, how much money did you earn? Did they pay you for it? No, I did it free of cost. I mean, if you did it free of cost, boss, sorry, it's not a profession. It's a passion. You stick to it. Oh, I coach children. What do you do? And what do they pay you? Oh, no, I coach children free of cost. Then it's not a profession. It's a passion. Keep it as a passion. No worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about making phenomenal professional success, right? So generic strategy is how you present yourself. Are you presenting yourself as somebody who deserves to be paid, and for what? Decide your grand strategy. Grand strategy is how are you going to reach out to your customer? Okay, there are many, go online, learn a little more, learn about generic and grand strategies. Okay, or you have a book, what is it called? Pierce and Robinson. Kaun sa tha apne paas book ho? Strategic management wala. I'll just text you maybe a little bit. What's that? So yeah, so somebody's asking me, YouTube channel, Instagram is Vijaya Suvarna Liberation Coaches. Okay, you must come there. You must see all the things. I don't say all this over there. Huh? That's a profession. Today I'm speaking to you because it's a passion. It's a passion. Raising a community of good trainers, strong consultants, and strong coaches. That's a passion. I'm not getting paid for it. I don't care about getting paid for it. I have other avenues. My entire schedule is chock-a-block. It's filled. I don't have time. Okay. So I'm able to sponsor this passion. Take out time for this, right? It's a passion. That's what, again, one more example there. So no, you're speaking because of purpose. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much, Manish. Absolutely right. Talking because of purpose, because I really want to make a difference. Ensure that you have a marketing strategy. Ensure you have a networking strategy. Many people don't network. Okay. Let me put you this. This is very painful again. Huh? All painful truths over here. People network constantly with other trainers, and I have no idea why they network with other trainers unless you're an Asif Ibrahim. If you're Asif Ibrahim, you will do networking with other trainers. You are not Asif Ibrahim. You're a trainer. You're supposed to be networking with clients. You're supposed to be networking with potential clients. You're constantly networking with your own community. वो भी गरीब, तुम भी गरीब, सब गरीब. किसी को opportunity नहीं मिल रहा है. You know, nobody's getting it. Now what to do? So networking, you have to have a networking strategy. So networking is not about just networking and talking to a community. It's about knowing whom to network with. You can't be visible everywhere. That's not how you'll. People will say this guy is available, and the minute they know you're available, then they call you time pass. Remember, you don't want to be called time pass. You want to be called a professional. You have to be called a professional. Very important. You have to network with people like an Asif Ibrahim. Right? You can see meeting other trainers. If it's that a passion, you love it. It gives you energy. Go ahead, but don't overdo it. Meet with corporates, meet with your clients. That's the networking strategy. You need to have a sales strategy in place. You need to have a sales strategy in place. You need to know how are you going to sell. You network, you met the right customer. He's standing right there. Now, what are you going to sell? How are you going to sell it? Do you have a 7-step process of value creation? Is each step of your value creation process, is it sponsored? Is it payable? How are you going to ensure payment comes in? You know, the sales funnel is important. How are you going to create a sales funnel? Absolutely. You have to learn about the people whom you're networking, which should not be your competition. Yeah, think about it. If you're going to meet your competition on a daily basis and you're going to interact with them daily, See, I'm being very mean. I'm being mean because many of you want to turn it to a profession. If you're in your passion space, don't learn about your competition. Competition ko dost banao, go hand in hand, do ringa ringa roses. It's okay. It's your passion. Very good. But arrange the profession first. Arrange, do that. Network with those who can increase your net worth. Absolutely. Learn about your customer far more. Go right to depth of your customer. Learn about the marketplace. What is the current rate? How much a trainer is being paid? How much is a trainer like me being paid? If I'm into image consulting, what are other image consultants being paid? How are they approaching their client? You have to have a strategy in place. If you don't have a strategy in place, the next one, which is going to be, you're going to be stuck in whatever you're choosing to do. I don't want you guys to be stuck. I don't want, you have given up corporate jobs. You've given up the method or the resources to earn money. You've given up so many things. I want you guys to earn money. And I don't want to be calling it energy exchange. It is not energy exchange, it's money. It's money, paisa, it's money. Don't call it energy exchange. What else is it called? It's called so many things. It's called so many. Why is it called energy exchange? It's money. It's money, okay? Call it money. Rupees 1,400 for a course. Money, not energy exchange, okay? Don't be ashamed of money, is what I'm saying. I'm going to very quickly go to the acronym so that, we will stick more or less on time. So I'm going to just give me a moment. Okay, if you can see this, I'm going to move this. All right. Can you see this? 5 levels of growth. I've already told you. 6 progressive elements of the professional success hexagon. I spoke to you about strategy. The next one is called habits, HABITES. The third one is attitudes. Once you have your strategy in place, work on your habits. Once you have made your habits really strong, build your attitude, because when you're building a habit, that's the only time you need your attitude. You need a positive attitude, you need persistence, you need your value system, everything in place, because your habit would be regularly learning about the competition, making detailed notes about content, reaching out to the market, meeting new customers. This is a matter of habit. And for that habit, because meeting customers and asking for money is very painful, that's when your attitudes have to be built. Once you have the right attitude in place, get your knowledge, brick in place. Learn more and more and more about the people that you're going to be servicing, about yourself, knowledge. Once the knowledge comes in and your basic about your topic is absolutely greatly understood. If you're a sales trainer, you should have at least read 150 books on sales, key accounts, retail, channel, all of it. Exports, everything, if you're a sales trainer. Okay, if you're going to be specializing in FMCG, you should have read at least 15 books of FMCG sales. If you're going to be into motivational speaking, you have to have read at least 250 books of motivational speakers, right? All the books that they can think about. So there's a knowledge part of it. Once you have gained the knowledge, then you start working on the skills part of it. How are you going to present this to your audience? And once you are great at your strategy, you've developed the right habits, you have built on your attitudes, you've gained knowledge, and you've worked ardently on your skill, and you're able to make it a habit of regularly performing well, that's when the 6th element comes in, which is called creativity. Many people jump to creativity without having a strategy. Many people jump to creativity without having the right habits. Creativity is an outcome of all the other 4. Asha Bhosle, if you ask me, is she knowledgeable about music? Of course. Does she have a passion for music? Of course. Does she have the right habit? Does she practice and do riyaz? Of course. Is she skilled in performing and singing in front of an audience? Of course. Is she creative? Of course. She can sing the same song in multiple alaps and multiple variations, the same fusion version, remix version, foreign version, rap version. She can sing the same song. That's creativity. What really sets her apart from all the other singers I know and admire is a strategy. She sings for her audience. She knows exactly what the market needs. She will collaborate with Brett Lee. She will collaborate with Adnan Sami, with Sonu Nigam, with Boy George, with everybody out there in the world. She'll collaborate. She'll be available on TV, and she'll be there as the judge for some music show. Okay, her strategy is to be visible. Yeah, I love Asha Bhosle. I met her once in my life. I'm telling you, I was so, we hardly spoke a few words. It's been the highest point of my life. I love it. And also met Hari Haran. Okay, that's the second best. So I love Asha ji. And I study how she does it. Do you know that, the strategy part of it is when, Asha Bhosle ka batati hu. Do you know before she goes and performs in front of an audience, there's a story about her. I don't know if it's true or not. It must be. She sits with the event manager to understand, what kind of audience there is. Looks like if there are 1000 people, and if the event manager says that there are 300 people who are old people, there are 200 who are young couples, 500 are people who are very, very young and teenagers. Out of the 10 songs she will sing 3 old songs, 2 romantic young songs, and remaining 5 songs she'll sing for the youngsters, right? Like Rangila and so on and so forth. Isn't that great? Oh yeah, thank you so much. The S hacks, right? Yeah, absolutely. So this is it. So the 6 progressive elements, 5 levels of professional growth. Just just see this very carefully. Work on each one of it, because getting he's asking to listen to Yuval Noah Harari, who wrote the book Sapiens, and I was reading it, and this is my contact number. That's my mail ID. It's vijaya@liberationcoaches.com. My number is 9833122966. I'm available on WhatsApp. Okay, and also there are some requests for live seminars. We will work out something with Asif maybe. But really, it's to everybody, and really, I want you guys to think through whether it's a passion, you want to convert that into a profession, what kind of sacrifice you're willing to make, what kind of risk you're going to take, what kind of strategy you want to build, what are things you've never done till now, which you will learn to do and do it. Because if you don't do that, this will not happen. Your success will not happen. And I know that eventually you want your passion to turn into a purpose where people are paying you to live your passion. People have to pay you so that you can live your passion. I want that to happen to you. Okay, I have been working for about 27, 28 years now. I'm going to be 48 in a couple of months. I don't feel it. I feel young. I feel energetic. I feel awesome, because I think I'm living my purpose every day. And I want to say thank you to Asif for giving me this opportunity to interact with you guys. I want to say thank you to Amol Mule for being there in my life and ensuring that both of us are pushing the entire organization forward. We empanel best in class trainers, coaches, and consultants, best in class, for whom it is a passion. And we will ensure that it gets compensated. We certify and we give them business. We've given business to a lot of people. We try our level best to push people to clients' places, because we have a sales team in place and we have a marketing strategy in place. So do get in touch with me. Text me. If I'm not picking up the phone, it would obviously mean I'm in a session, and I usually call back or respond back within 24 hours. Right? That's about it. That's my number and name. I'm going to stop share right now, and I'm going to say a big thank you to all of you guys.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being very upfront, very frank as well. This is what I'm sharing with a lot of trainers as well. Give your heart and soul to whatever. It's like I told you, I'm working on it. I'm working on my overall strategy. I'm working on my content strategy. In fact, just 2 days back, I told Elroy to go to Hyderabad to meet a client. I said, let's go and spend some money and do some, because I know very well you have to take risks. It's not about that flight charges or stay or something. You have to go and meet your clients. I've taken an office, like work from office, 10 hours a day, and hiring some few people. I'm taking some steps towards my professional development. You have been seeing me, what I'm doing for the last so many years. I'm very sure with your guidance and the blessings of everyone, very soon I'll be much more structured and organized. And this is what, and for trainers, I'm doing a lot of sessions for, and to make them understand what are the small steps that needs to be taken. And the next workshop also we are doing how to structure your different sources of income, how to market yourself, how to do things. Any queries anyone has, I'm always there. And just tell them I'm there with them. They don't have to worry about anything. Just ask question to me. I've been there. I watch you. I watch others as well. What y'all are doing. I just share the best practices with them. That's it. Just have to copy, paste the best practices. Everything else will be taken care. Thank you so much once again. Thank you everyone for joining. And we will share the details of the 28th March session from 11 to 1 on multiple source of income. And looking forward to much more, meaningful journey together. Thank you everyone for being there with me and for coming for this session. Thank you once again, ma'am. It was pleasure.
Thank you.
I use very flowery words, but you were direct to what What do you want to say? Thank you so much.
I know. I love you guys so much. Okay, do get in touch with me and let me know how your passion and your profession, your purpose is working for you. Love you guys. I'll catch up with you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much, Asif, for connecting.
you.
Maya, do you want to say something? You're on mute, Maya.
Maya.
Anyone wants to say something?
Maya
Yes,
कैसे
Maya's
है?
hand has been up.
मैम आप अनम्यूट कर दो ना खुद को. Maya मैम. Can you unmute yourself, ma'am?
Yes. Hello. Yes. Try unmuting.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. You said it perfectly because there are too many people selling be a coach, be a coach. When you're watching YouTube, so many people are saying be a coach, but they are not competent. They don't speak as well as you said. They don't use that. There sometimes the sentences, the grammar, and they're just selling courses. That's it. I am also a paid professional. My finance is low because the sales and marketing is not working.
right, ma'am.
But
Ma'am,
I
we'll
have
to work on it.
received recognition in the international press
Awesome.
and at corporates, but the sales is less.
Sales पर काम करना पड़ेगा, ma'am. You'll have to, sit and actually you'll have to make a sales strategy and ensure that you're selling. Either you're selling or you're paying somebody else to sell you. And the minute somebody else is selling for you, you have to ensure that the guy gets his money. Otherwise, he will not tell you, right? Just being an awesome product, fortunately, is not enough. Being an awesome person or a coach is not enough. One needs to sell. Otherwise, because there's too much of competition. Today, if I wanted to empanel any of the people over here in this forum, there are 275 people there were, okay, approximately. Whom do I empanel? You all look so good. You all look amazing. I don't know, unless you sell yourself to me or people like Asif or anybody else who's empaneling coaches or trainers or consultants. I don't know whom to select. So that's where the selling comes in.
So that
Right?
if you like training, like I love, it's a passion, a mission, but I don't like, I would like to someone else to do the sales and marketing. Is that possible? Because the
That's
ones
definitely
I've
possible.
hired are not good.
Ma'am, then you have to then hire the even better ones and take even more risks. It's about the risk part of it, because if you're paying somebody 1 lakh rupees per month, damn it, you'll also go with the guy and sell. When we pay somebody that much money, we will go along and sell because we know we can't afford not to lose that business. We have to pay the guy the damn salary. So yeah, I know. Think about it. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It
people.
was very
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. Wow, same here. Your Insta account is super. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Madam,
Vijaya,
Madam
we
Ji.
must jam together once, you and me.
Who is saying
Let's
this?
jam.
Who's saying?
Komal.
Komal. Hey, Komal. Definitely. We'll jam together. Definitely.
You
Right?
are awesome,
Absolutely.
lady. I love your energy, and I've always loved all the knowledge you've shared
Anyone
so
else wants to ask something?
unconditionally. I love
Thank
you
you
so
so
much. Thank you,
I love
Asif.
you right back.
Vijaya ma'am, we are here for you.
वो कौन बोल रहा है ये?
ये
कौन नारा लगा रहा है?
सुनीता बोल रही है.
Hi. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you
Every
so
night,
much.
one of them का इंतजार रहता है.
Madam Ji, Vijay Madam.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Vijay Madam. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, क्या speed है? It's like a bullet train. 850 kilometer per hour. I mean, hour. Something. My God.
That's right.
I just can't take it that much. I don't know what secret behind.
She's
How
got
much?
a
This much
passion.
you got a stuff and you got a this much kind of a speed. Really, you're laughing in some time. You're laughing and your face is facial expression, sticky eyes, pretty smiles. What's going on?
My son is in the hospital. I have to go back to him.
So, Asif, salam alaikum. So, this is Nazar Khan from Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. So, it's very nice, very good, very.
Thank you.
Something,
But you guys must get in touch with Asif, okay? He's the one spark who will make things happen for you. Will ensure that you're telling yourself. Yeah, you be in touch with him and you should.
मैं ये आपके पास बोलना चाहता हूँ. देखिए, ये कोरोना हो गया. Just whatever you're talking about, कोरोना पूरा गया अभी, दौड़ गया. Just run away from your talk. Just ऐसा ही हो गया. Hello.
Vijaya, this is Yatiraj Agarwal from Jaipur. I know Asif for a long time and it has been absolutely awesome. And I just wanted to add one thing to what you said. Passion without profit is poison.
You're right. You're right there.
Yeah, I'm known as India's first sales and profit engineer.
So,
My job is to make businesses